For our activity today, we're going to do a carousel. And as a way to get you thinking about going into 9th grade, I wanted to reconnect with the snowball activity. And around the classroom, I've put up charts with some of the areas that you addressed having concerns. And so to help each other with this, we're going to spend time at each of the 6 charts. And I'd like you to brainstorm with your group members ideas that could help. What suggestions do you have to the rest of your peers to help each other to make that progress into 9th grade and be as successful as possible? Clarification and questions with that. So I've set you in your groups. I'll have this group, if you could head back to finding a community that fits me. This group, if you could head over here to making new friends. Yes, Isaiah. You're going to use the markers. Don't forget your marker. Thank you, Isaiah. This group, if you could go to finding my way around the building. And this group, I'll actually have you with keeping up with my grades. We have 1 minute on the clock. Keeping up with my grades.
Maybe don't just look in one certain grade, like if you want to try and find grades in different age groups, I guess, because you don't have to just stick to your grade.
About 10 seconds, finishing up those last thoughts. All right, show 5. If we can all rotate clockwise. About 10 seconds. All right, and rotate again. 1 minute is on the clock. All right, and rotate again, please. Show 5. Eyes up here, please. I'd like you to take just 1 minute and review all of the details that are on there since you last saw this picture, or this chart. Just take a moment and review. Just see what others wrote, what thoughts are on there. So you've spent time with each of these charts, and you just had a moment to review this last chart. And what I'd like you to do with your groups is I'd like you to come up with a summary, a short summary that you can present to the rest of your groups about this charts topic. Kind of summarize how this area can be addressed to support that transition into 9th grade. If you have a notebook, it would be great if you guys could write it down. Otherwise, you can just talk through it. So first step with this is you should identify who is going to be the speaker. I would like one lead presenter who's going to be the first person to present and start it off for you all. And then the second thing I'd like you to have is one person who, after the speech, after the first person speaks, just kind of fills in if there is anything that you might want to clarify for the group. Any questions? All right, you have 2 minutes to prepare. 2 minutes to prepare. Yep. You've got about 30 seconds. Does anybody need another 20 seconds? Okay, 20 seconds. Show 5 in 3, 2, 1. As we've talked about with being active listeners, we're respecting the speakers. We are engaged in watching them as they speak. We'll have our first group begin.
So finding your way around a new school can be difficult, but there are many ways that you can get around it. You can ask for help from someone who's been at the school before. You can ask the office or a teacher for a map around the school, or you can take a tour of the school beforehand or just follow people.
You can make new friends by joining clubs or sports, communicating at lunch and in the hallways, joining advisory to talk to new people that are different from you.
So, people widely agree that they were concerned about keeping their grades up, and they also agree, do your homework, do not procrastinate, just get it done on time. And one of the ways to do that is to get something to remind you to do your homework, like a planner or a study buddy, and study your notes, take notes. Like, that's another important thing to keep your grades up. With that,
Make sure all distractions are away.
To manage your class schedule, you should set alarms, use a planner, and not get distracted during passing time between classes.
Thanks. All right, groups, if you could all head back to your seats, please.